we represent time within our scheduling platform the way you actually spend it. So recognizing that, let's say for a game, right, like your basketball game or what have you, you've got 3 to 4 p.m. game.
Mhm.
In order for you to execute and essentially arrive to that game on time, there's a whole other lot different components that surround that event that typically are not represented anywhere. It's your 45 minutes to an hour early arrival that is often requested by the coach for warm-ups. So that's carry the 45 or another 60 minutes, prior to that. So we're starting to get into that T minus parent math calculations that we all kind of seem to love. And then there's the travel time even prior to that. Oftentimes we're going to faraway places, whether it's 2 hours away, 3 hours away, sometimes it's multi-day, obviously in the case of tournaments and such, but nonetheless, travel time is definitely an important component with traffic and so forth. And then even 15 minutes to 30 minutes prior to that, getting yourselves ready, kind of running around wondering where the cleats are and the ball and the uniform and so forth, right? And then on the way back to that, of course, there's that still travel time that is part of that event on the way back. So end to end, that could be upwards to 5, 6 hours worth of an endeavor that is very simply and innocently represented as 1 hour on our traditional calendars is kind of the reality with which we've tackled, the orgo representation of those events. And once you start to see the day very clearly as just laid out, you start to kind of understand where the conflicts really lie. Where are those overlaps? And what's also unique within Orgo is we recognize drivers. So the carpool component to all of this, like who's performing those tasks and the leg of the race, if you will. For example, hope on Mondays you'll drive to, on Tuesdays I'll drive back from, on Wednesdays we'll swap. That's kind of the things that are happening outside of those traditional tools in our text threads, in our WhatsApp groups, and all those other kind of coordination, communication tools and so forth. And so that's another element that we brought into Orgo is that as part of that same event, we recognize who's driving to, and you can assign drivers, to kind of
Mhm.
switch off, as those days normally do, as is. So for us, the foundation is representing time as you actually spend it, calling out those conflicts systemically, and the watch out for is where you can't be in two places at the same time, allowing those conflicts to be resolved by drivers and so forth, and then receive notifications that guide you that we send along the way that say, it's time to start preparing for the game. It's time to start driving to the game and kind of become more autopilot relative to the execution of those events.